What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about the quality system for Last Oasis Season 6. This system has changed over the years, so this is definitely subject to change. This video is going to cover how you can get quality resources, how you can get schematics and quality schematics, how to build quality crafting stations, how to upgrade your walkers to quality. And without further ado, let's get right into it. For quality resources, there are currently 4 quality types. Green, which is uncommon, blue, which is rare, pink or purple is epic, and orange is legendary. How do you get quality resources? Every so often, there's going to be quality maps that spawn in the world. They're gonna be the maps with the orange diamond in the top middle of them on the map. These maps will randomly spawn higher quality Rupu camps and resources throughout the map. As of the time of this recording, it is all completely random. There are no set spots for each quality, so you can't just farm a quality on repeat. The easiest and fastest way to get quality resources is to find quality Rupu camps. The Rupu and the containers inside the camps both will drop quality resources, which means if you find a legendary or an epic camp, all of those Rupu are going to drop the same quality resource. So if you find the desert fortress camp, the ones that spawn in the desert, then that entire camp is going to be legendary, or whatever tier you may find. And that is by far the easiest way to find the resources. The other way you could find the resources is just coming across them on the map, as they will spawn in place of basic resources where they'll normally spawn. The rangefinder is an item you can put on walkers and can be manned by a player, and it's pretty much just like a spyglass that lets you zoom in and really focus on finding the quality resources. You'll see at the top it'll say what the item is and then the quality associated with it at the top by the colored diamond. Now you know how to get these resources. Let me explain how you get these schematics. Schematics at the time of this recording can only be dropped by Rupu themselves. You cannot find them in Rupu effigies and urns and baskets and containers. They do not have them. As of now, you can only find the schematics from Rupu, which is just another reason to farm Rupu camps. And you also have a chance to get walker schematics. There is no quality for these ones, and they will be used to upgrade your walker, which I will explain later in the video. But for now, you can only get schematics from Rupu, and each Rupu has their own loot table from what I can see. I don't know if this is a bug or if it's broken, but I have had the loot tables pop up on my screen when killing Rupu. It doesn't happen very often, and it doesn't happen for all the Rupu from what I can tell. But here is the Rupu Shaman and the Rupu Sentinel loot table. As you can see, these are all of the types of schematics you can get from these Rupu. Unfortunately, I don't have the loot tables from any of the other Rupu because I haven't been lucky enough for it to glitch out and show me the loot table. Like I said, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's a glitch, if it's supposed to happen or not. So take a screenshot of these just in case it does get patched in future updates. So now that you found your quality resources, and now that you found your quality schematics, how do you actually build better crafting stations? And what is that actually going to look like? So for example, as you kill Rupu, you will find these crafting station schematics. You have basic crafting stations and you have improved crafting stations. And then you will eventually have advanced crafting station schematic. The advanced one is going to be used to craft the late game crafting stations. For example, the lathe right here I currently have unlocked. And you'll see that if I switch to green quality, which I'll show you how to do in a second, you'll see I need advanced crafting stations. And you can see for each one, which one I'm gonna need: improved, advanced, basic, improved, and so on. Now to get to this screen, you'll see up top, you'll see 5 diamonds and you'll see Q. All you do is you hit Q and you'll cycle through each tier. By default, you'll start on the white tier, the basic original tier. Once you find a schematic of a color type, for this video, I'm going to be using green. Let's just craft a better campfire for starters. So campfire is just wood, fiber, and stone. So find the same quality of whatever you're crafting. So I'm crafting a green one. Let's get green. Just a side note, you can use higher tier resources to craft lower tier crafting stations if you want it. Let's say you got real lucky or unlucky, depending on how you see it. You found a whole bunch of blue camps. You didn't get a schematic for it, but you got a bunch of resources. You could use a green schematic with blue resources if you wanted to. And that goes for any of the other tiers. You can craft the tiers under whatever tier you currently have. So the current tier is blue. I can craft green and white. The tier is pink. I can craft blue, green, white, and so on. Let's grab our resources. We'll hit Q. We'll select the campfire. Now you see it's going to cost 1 basic crafting station, 16 wood, 11 fiber. We'll throw it down. You'll see a green diamond here in the middle, and you'll see it at the very top middle there. And that is exactly how you will craft stations of all tier types. It's the same exact way. If I wanted blue, I'll press B. I'll hit Q until I'm on the blue stuff. I'll come to the campfire, find blue wood, fiber stone, etc., and that's how you craft it. The same thing goes for all of these stations. In my opinion, the crafting bench is the most important bench to upgrade first. This is the bench that will also allow you to craft better tools. If I want blue tools, I need the blue crafting bench. If you craft the tools, it will also allow you to gather resources of the next tier higher. In order to gather pink, you need blue, and in order to gather orange, you need pink. So getting that crafting bench leveled up as fast as possible is the ideal route, in my opinion. That way, if you do come across higher tier resources throughout the tile, you can gather them to the maxed quality that they can be. Go down to stone, make sure you're on green. You need green of every resource, and then you can build green walls. Building green walls will increase the HP of the wall. Containers, same thing, basic construction. Building higher quality chests and base maintenance chests will increase storage size, increase stack size. Same thing for the water containers, increase stack size. It'll increase the health of the actual object. There's a lot of advantages to crafting higher tier items in the game. It is definitely worth it. Walker parts, crafting higher tier walker parts increases the health on the parts, which is very good if you are in walker PvP a lot of the time. Alright, so we've got our quality crafting stations, we've got our quality resources, and we've got our quality schematics. How do we craft quality tools and weapons? Well, the same way you craft the basic ones, but just added with the blueprint. So you'll see, just like I showed you earlier, holding Q changes quality for these crafting stations. If you go to the crafting bench, this is where you'll craft the bone tier tools. If you hit Q, it will unlock the same tier and every tier below it of whatever the current quality is. This is a green crafting bench, so I have access to green and the quality below it. If it was pink, I would have pink and every quality below it, and so on. And then you will see, if you hover over each tool, it will require a different schematic, or it can require different. Some of them require the same ones. For example, bone pickaxe require the same as the bone sickle. Improved tools. If you go down to the weapons, it'll be improved weapons. Now, you will also come across basic tool schematic. And if you hover over each, or at least these specific schematics, it'll tell you what you can craft with them. So the basic tool schematic will allow you to craft the following tools. The improved schematic will let you craft the following improved tools. This doesn't seem to work with any other schematic, unfortunately, Once you have the schematic you need in the resources, you can just simply select whatever you want it to craft, just like you craft the normal tools. And that is how you craft better tools and weapons. Now let's say you wanted to craft a better armor or better equipment. All you have to do is go to whatever station they are normally crafted in and make it that same quality. So right here I have a green advanced fiber working. Because I don't have the schematics in this specific base, it's not going to show up in the crafting. So now I have green advanced armor schematics. I think this is what they're called. It's cut off there. If I hit Q, I can now see all of these recipes. Improved armors is what it is called. And same way as the tools, you need the same resource or a tier above or any tier above, and you can craft it. Now that we know the basics of the quality system down, how do we upgrade our walker? Now, just like with the stations, you will need a schematic and the same resource of that tier. So if I want blue cargo hold, I need a dinghy walker schematic and then the following blue resources. And you might notice that the dinghy walker is white, not blue. That is because if you look at the schematics, the walker schematics do not have a tier. So you'll see right here, all of these walker schematics don't have a tier, which means they can be used for any tier. If I grab a dinghy walker schematic or a couple of them, then I come back here to my dinghy, go to upgrades at the top middle here, you'll see that for green, it says I have 2 out of 1. I can use it for green, I can use it for blue, I can use it for pink. Another important thing to know with upgrading your walker is that you can actually skip a tier. You don't have to go green torque to blue torque to pink. If you have the blue but don't have the green, or you have the green and you have the blue, you can just use the blue and not waste the green resources. So let's do that right now. I need 12 rupee vine, 8 wood shafts, and 32 wood. All right, now I'm back at the walker. As you can see, I have the blue resources, and you can see that both of these light up. I can use it for green, like I said with the stations, that you can use a higher tier for a lower tier, or I can skip it and go right to blue. So now you'll also see that under the resources, you'll see crafting time, and you'll also see what the upgrade actually does. So it's going to take 1 second, and it's going to give me 1,000 torque storage for green. If you look at blue, it's going to give me 1,600 torque storage for 1 second crafting time, and pink, it's 2,000. So now, if we just hold on blue, as you can see, it skipped the green, it gave me it already, and now I have the blue torque upgrade. And you can do this all the way up to pink, and that is how you upgrade your walker. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you stayed to the end, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below to let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see next. And with that, I will see you guys next time.